What's up? What's up, y'all? Get up in here. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe, man. Get up in here. Get up in here. Help me get in the algorithm. Let's go. Like I said, man. Like I said, like I said on previous videos, man. I know y'all seen the thumbnail. I know y'all see the thumbnail. It's Tank Davis, Jake Paul. What's your thoughts on that Jake Paul and Tank situation? Because to me, it flat out looked like a money grab. You got Floyd trying to fight Mike Tyson. That's two different weight classes. Heavyweight and lightweight. Then you got Tank fighting Jake Paul. He clearly a cruiserweight and heavyweight himself. Jake Paul. And Tank a lightweight. 130, 135. Fought at 141 time. This is a straight up money grab. Who fight gonna be bigger? Floyd or Tank Davis's? But if you peep, they both fighting the same. If I peep, they both fighting the same type of people. They both fighting the same type of people. We got lightweights, welterweights, whatever, fighting a heavyweight, cruiserweight. Everybody want to do something after they seen Jake Paul. After they see Terrence Crawford did what he did. Let's keep it to the Orioles. Let's keep it to the Orioles, y'all. Terrence Crawford put belt the ass on them niggas. You got Floyd, Jay-Z, and them niggas pump faking on cells. All this shit is allegedly. But like I'm saying, Tank Davis versus Jake Paul. Did y'all see the press conference? Tank arguing with the motherfucking promoters talking about nothing better not happen or I'm on y'all ass. Y'all know what that mean. Tank basically said nothing better change on what I signed on. Tank ain't trying to get knocked the fuck out. Let's keep it to the yo. Tank ain't trying to get knocked the fuck out. My whole thing about it, Tank ain't trying to get knocked the fuck out. That's why he said what he said at that press conference. If anything happened, I'm on both of you niggas' ass. He on both of them niggas' ass because he know at the end of the day, he not gonna really be able to stick and move. Like if Jake Paul gets serious, like say if Jake Paul gets serious and Tank try to stick and Jake Paul getting embarrassed, Jake Paul gonna fuck around and start smothering him. And when he starts smothering Tank, he gonna fuck Tank over. Now that's out of something. Because if he don't fuck Tank up, the fight is rigged. I'm gonna say allegedly because I don't want him trying to get no defamation character or none of that. Because Tank eager right now. He hungry. Tank Davis, where y'all? Tank Davis is hungry right now. He said Terrence Crawford needed that fight. Shit. What's the nigga name? Jake Paul sit there and embarrass you. He said you on house arrest. Ain't nobody know Tank was on house arrest. Tank Davis on house arrest, y'all. Tank Davis is on house arrest, y'all. This shit crazy. That's why he couldn't fight. He can't leave. I hope y'all do know that he had to get this fight because he can't leave the state. Let's listen to it. Let's listen, y'all. What's up?
Numerous live gate records, multiple cities, including here in New York. He's putting
We listen to the
without question
situation.
his legacy on the line against a much bigger fighter and looking to prove to the world he has no fear. When he walked into the
We
ring,
all know
he
Tank.
walked into the ring with a record of 30-0 and 1, 28.
Tank ain't listen. This shit about to be a dumbass fight. Just like that Mike Tyson and Floyd fight. It's about to be dumb as shit.
Of those
What's
wins have
up?
come by knockout.
What's
He's the
up,
undefeated
Christian?
3-division champion, the reigning WBA world champion, and one of the sport's pound-for-pound best. He hails from Baltimore, Maryland. He is Gervonta Tank Davis.
Tank Davis. They booing him. They doing all type of shit.
R&B. Oh. I knew we would be here. Before we start more, I want to take a moment of silence for Charlie Kirk and his family, Erica Kirk.
That's how you know he on some racist shit. He said, I'm gonna start this off
Silence, please.
for Charlie Kirk.
Thank you. Rest in peace, Charlie. He means the world to the United States, and his legacy lives on today. But yeah, I knew we'd be here fighting Gervonta. I've predicted everything.
Remember,
in
he
my
was supposed to
career.
fight him last year.
Just made it all come true. Tank, same question. Can you believe this is happening? You're about to get into the ring with Jake Paul. I'm definitely excited. You know, I think it's going to be good. You know, he been in the gym and he been boxing for a little minute now, so he been taking it serious. So we just got to see
What?
what he bring. Come
Now we all know Tank Davis. Tank Davis supposed to be watching this Tank Davis joint. Tank Davis.
November 14th. Stupid as fuck.
Tank.
I got a number of questions for both of you. Before we get into those questions, I want to bring up a special guest to give you some of the details about the fight. And along with Jake, this man has made it his mission, of course MVP's mission, to champion women's boxing. This is our third event in 12 months with Netflix, and we thank them for their partnership. I also want to thank the Florida State Athletic Commission and also thank the legendary Al Heyman, who, along with myself and Team Davis, has worked to get this event to this point. Tomorrow morning, we will announce multiple world title fights as a part of this card, including a historically relevant co-main. As Brian said, this event has been fun the 3 years.
There's this myth that addiction is just lack of willpower.
What's up? Like I was saying, man, Tank. Listen, y'all. Tank Davis is a fucking nut. Tank Davis is a fucking nut for not fighting. For not fighting on my road.
Enrolled in the highest level of testing with USADA. So to a new height. He's making me push myself to my limits. I'm more locked in than ever. But at the end of the day, I know I'm going to be able to come out on top and outbox the guy who's been doing it for 7 times as long as
Jake
me.
Paul talking about he gonna beat Tank.
Obviously, toughest test that you faced to this point.
The only way Jake Paul could beat Tank is if he knock him the fuck out. That's the only way. It's the only way, yo. Only way he can beat him is if he knock him the fuck out. Because if he don't knock him the fuck out, it's over.
You beat an undefeated world champion.
Tommy Fury.
Is this the fight where folks, especially in the boxing community, have to say Jake Paul deserves to be at the elite level? Nah, they'll never give me credit until I have the world championship belt, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. You know, I belts collect dust, and what I've done in this sport is unprecedented. Never will be replicated, and done it in such a short amount of time. Just getting warmed up. They're not going to give me credit. But I don't need the credit from these bozos, to be honest. The credit's in my bank account. Tank,
I do know he a fraud, right? Jake Paul fraud.
I guess a number of people say, why Jake Paul?
Right.
As opposed to
Why not
a rematch
Roach?
with Lamont Roach.
Peep what he say.
It just,
Look at him. He didn't want to fight Roach.
a lot out there, but it just,
He needed the money.
doing what's best for me and what's right for me. And I've been doing this for a little minute now.
What that mean?
I've been doing it since I was 7 years old.
What do that mean? So you've been doing it for
this is the
23
first
years.
step I can, enjoy myself, be back myself, even leading up to the rematch of the Roach fight. It was more so I don't want to get too much in it, but November the 14th, you got Jake Paul and me. I think it's going to be a great event. Every time I fight is fireworks. Jake Paul coming in, he's much bigger, he's much stronger.
He ain't talk. He done talk.
Boxing wins come November the 14th. It's not just me and Jake on a fight. It's a whole card, and we just giving boxing what it needs, and that's excitement.
How y'all giving it what it need and it's an expedition fight? It's not going on your record.
Stronger guy. What specifically does Jake Paul have that concerns you?
He's a lot bigger. He's taller.
His power. Gotta test his power. Gotta test his just everything, to be honest. I never been in the ring with Jake, so I could say a lot, but when it comes down to November the 14th, I gotta be in there with him. I gotta be able to, his arm reach, his size, his power, the way he move and things like that. I just gotta adapt, as I fight him come November.
I know one thing. Jake Paul better not lose either. Because they're going to say they know he's not ready. And he fought a smaller fighter.
With a number of your opponents and have rattled them before the fight. This guy's certainly experienced.
If he lose, it's going to be he's a smaller fighter. He got to knock.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
Listen, he got to knock Tank the fuck out. Charlie, what's up? Listen. Jake Paul got to knock Tank the fuck out. Because if he don't knock Tank the fuck out, right, they going to say they told us he wasn't ready for a real boxer. Because we all know Jake Paul got deadly power. that overhand, that overhand punch down hook, that shit deadly. Like that shit he hit. Listen, that shit he hit Tommy Fury with. That shit Jake Paul hit Tommy Fury with. That shit was different. He smoked him. I don't know if Tommy Fury faked that shit or what. But the way he hit him, I don't think he was able to fake that shit. And that's no disrespect to Tommy Fury. Tommy Fury, you know. But my whole thing is, he really punched him with his shit. That's why if you hear doing this shit, you gonna hear Tank say nothing better not happen. Cause I got a feeling if that man,
Doesn't
listen,
really matter at the end of the day. This is going to be a true-on boxing fight. The best man will win, and I think the shit talk is all fun, and we've been going at it for years and years. But I don't think either one of us really care. We just want to go in there and prove that we're better than the other one.
how you gonna say they've been going at it for a year? They just started talking
You've
about
talked
it
to two a
since
lot
last
about leaving
year.
a lasting legacy in the sport of boxing. You beat Tank
What the
Davis.
fuck?
Do you believe you've basically cemented yourself as one of the best in the sport? Nah, not yet. I'm just getting warmed up, but this will certainly shut up a lot more people. Each fight has done that so far. Only 5 years as a pro, and it feels like the last fight I had was the end of chapter 1. This is the beginning of chapter 2, and I'm only 28 years old. I have a lot more to prove, and once I beat this guy, more people will shut up, but at the end of the day, I'm really still just getting warmed up in the
These
sport,
niggas ain't
and
gonna
I'm
keep
going to show
lying.
how good I am. This is a top 10 pound-for-pound fighter that I'm going to outbox, and truly, when people run back to this press conference, all the shit talk, all the fun, they're going to be like, wow, this kid really is doing something monumental in the sport, and he's actually an insane boxer.
He
And
said
I'm
he
going to show
gonna
that this
outbox
guy
him.
who's been doing it his whole life has been doing it wrong his whole life. What'd you say, Tank? He said he gonna outbox me.
He said he gonna outbox Tank.
Whoop-de-doo.
Whoop de doo. He said he gonna
One
outbox him.
thing, when you have a fight of this magnitude, especially with Jake, because
I
his
don't know if y'all heard
appeal has
that
been
part.
global. For you, Tank, do you think this is one of those fights where now all of a sudden you can show your boxing skills on a global scale to maybe people who weren't interested in boxing? All of a sudden they say, well, who is this guy? Yeah, it's actually like, now that I'm looking at it now, it's just like, I don't know, probably
Tank
it was a
fumbling
good
with his
thing,
words and shit.
by just, us fighting. Because you have someone that, we come from two different sides, like, of the world. We come from, and we still on the same path to get the same thing, So, I think it's good.
He don't even know what to
Headspace
say.
that I'm in now is way better than what I was before, and that's the only thing that mattered to me.
3 reasons why you should come with us to the Church of Jesus Christ.
I
on
bet you
Latter-day
here it
Saints
is
this
in a
Sunday.
better headspace because you get no money now for this fight.
Again, this fight gonna be exciting. I feel as though it's gonna be it's gonna do a lot of numbers. Again, we two guys from different worlds that's still on the same that one goal, and that's to make sure our family, our kids,
What are you
and
talking
everything
about, Mr.
is okay.
Javante?
So shout out to Jake Paul for coming with me and making this event happen, and his team, and what is MP Promotions, Netflix, Al Heyman, everybody. Turns out he can't read just like Floyd. Oh, MP.
He said that man can't read just like Floyd. See, Tank is just... Listen, y'all. Tank is all over the fucking place. He's all over the place, y'all. That nigga said No. That nigga said MVP.
MP. You got it, champ. I'm not worrying about that. You got it, champ. People talk all day. It's cool. He always training for something like
He
this?
can't
Obviously,
read.
smaller guy. How was this in the training aspect, Jake? Yeah, just a lot of punching down, practicing, hitting below my knees, and a lot of speed. We're sparring. That's what we need. We're sparring. Warm up. Some 8-year-olds. I got 8-year-olds in there. If I find out anything, I'm gonna beat your ass and I'm gonna beat Jalen Love ass.
See that part right there, Jado Love and Jake Paul. He said if I find out anything, I'ma beat your ass. So that goes to show you he basically trying to say, y'all better not try to knock me the fuck out.
Down,
Look,
practicing, hitting below my knees, and a lot of speed. We're sparring. That's what we need. We're sparring. Warm up. Some 8-year-olds. I got 8-year-olds in there. If I find out anything, I'm gonna beat your ass and I'm gonna beat Jalen Love ass. On my mama, I'm gonna beat both of y'all ass. On my mama. And he laughing. You know, he laughing. What are you talking about? What does he have to do with this? Let anything. You know what I'm talking about. Let anything. Nah, I don't have to say that right now.
they ignoring that
I'm gonna
nigga.
set up here. Let anything happen. And I'm gonna show you and him that. It begs the question, Tank. It begs the question, Tank. How is your training for him? I mean, now you're fighting a bigger guy. Obviously, this is like cruiserweight. How is that training for this? And you know, everyone wants to know, you taking this 100% serious? Because he's coming to really hurt you and make a statement.
This shit
Are you
different.
taking this 100% serious? And how's the training for someone of his size? Of course. You know, somebody like his size and things like that, we gotta take him serious because
Cause what?
we don't want to say it, but you know things can go sideways. So we ain't taking him lightly. We definitely looking at Jake Paul as a real fighter. I watch him when I'm training, when I'm home from the gym.
What is he
You know, we're not
talking
taking
about?
him lightly. You know, again, it's gonna be good for the sport. I'm just glad to be here. You know, Jake, how do you win this fight?
What is he talking about?
Just showing up. Honestly, just I'm gonna knock him out. You know, he has a lot of flaws in his defense, and I'm gonna expose him. You know, look what a 135 Lamont Roach did to him, and it's just gonna be so much fun for me. I'm so glad that God gave me this moment. I'm Gervonta Tank Davis's karmic retribution. I'm curious, Tank. When you walk into the ring, how much you think you'll weigh?
I don't know how much I'm away.
When I walk in the ring? Yeah. With or without the ankle monitor on?
Ooh.
That's corny.
See, that right there is like, y'all know he couldn't fight Lamar Roach because his PO not letting him leave out of Miami. He can't leave out of Miami. That's the reason why. So Tank fucked up. He needed this fight. And plus, y'all do know it ain't no more PBC. PBC gone. So Tank and Floyd is basically the only ones holding that shit down. Lomachenko retired. Telefimo left. Canelo left.
I don't know how much I weigh. And the handcuffs too. Huh?
He said the
What are you
handcuffs.
talking about, fam? How do you win this fight? That outfit is trash. For real. That outfit is garbage. And that hairstyle. Anybody that ever rocked a mohawk is a fucking clown. We all know this.
He said Tank gonna leave out of handcuffs.
Flaws in his defense, and I'm gonna expose him. You know, look what a 135 Lamont Roach did to him, and it's just gonna be so much
much fun for me. I'm so glad that God gave me this moment. I'm Gervonta Tank Davis's karmic retribution.
I'm curious, Tank. When you walk into the ring, how much you think you'll weigh?
I don't know how much I'm gonna weigh.
In the ring?
Tank got a
Yes,
grill
sir.
and
Without
everything,
the
yo.
ankle monitor on.
Ankle monitor.
Right. That's corny. That's super corny. I don't know how much I weigh.
And the handcuffs too.
Huh? What are you talking about, fam?
How do you win this fight?
That outfit is trash. For real. That outfit is garbage. And that hairstyle. Anybody that ever rocked the mohawk is a fucking clown. Y'all know this. Anybody rock the mohawk. Name
You want to see clowns? You want to see clowns? Gervonta, you're the fucking clown, buddy. You're the fucking clown, Gervonta. Any man who puts his hands on a woman is the clown.
What? It's like Tank going through some type of humiliation ritual.
Okay. Now, since we on this, if
Don't it look
I
like
put my
that?
hands on females or anything like that, right?
Watch what he say.
If I put my hands on females or anything like that, you know how I mean? Female, like, come on. It would be mad. You see how when I don't even want to bring up nobody thing, what's the name about that? But P Diddy, when things got like that, no, listen. When one female did a charge, it was mad females coming out, right? So if I hit a female, right, wouldn't it be mad other females? Like I ain't been just with one female. Like I'm 30 years old. Like let's be real. I've been with more than one female. Wouldn't mad females come out and say something about me hitting them? No. No?
They're embarrassing him.
Okay. I'm sure that there are members of the media who are here who have questions for you guys. We have mics right there in the middle. All we ask is that you come to that mic. Make sure you introduce yourself and ask your question to the fighter.
They embarrassing Tank.
For Daily Mail, Gervonta, a lot of boxing fans aren't happy with the fact you've taken this fight rather than the Rhodes rematch, fights with the likes of Shakur, Devin Haney, Teofimo, etc. What do you make of that reaction? Can we still expect to see those fights?
Why should I care what they think? When y'all switch somebody can have a bad day and y'all switch it on who y'all favorite fighter is or who this
Y'all
person
hear him?
supposed to fight. Like y'all need to sit back and be fans and just enjoy the sport. Like y'all even talk about people's personal lives. Like why when it come to that?
Can we still expect to see any of those fights in the future, though?
And y'all keep talking about fighting somebody. Did he just have a fight? And what happened?
He
won,
won.
right?
Shakur
But
Stevenson.
how you look in it?
Good.
Exactly. But y'all say some different shit when it's me, right? Because y'all want me to lose. When y'all see people in that limelight too long, they want to take that they want somebody else to come take that spot. That's why it's always like, come on, bro. That's what happened with Floyd. Y'all seen him too much, and once y'all seen him so much, y'all start hating on it. Like it turned from love to hate. You know?
Next question.
How you doing, Tank? Jake MacArthur from Casual Corner.
His feelings
Tank,
hurt, y'all.
are you gonna be retiring? If not, who could we see you fight next year?
I don't know.
Right now, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just, doing me right now. And for Jake, is Canelo still on your list after the loss?
Yeah, 100%. That's another one.
His plans got fucked up. Tank need that money.
This guy, Canelo's on the list for sure.
It's Kevin Garcia, aka the Puerto Rican Kid KG, and my first question is for Tank. Tank, so obviously, you're fighting Jake, and this is the fight that's in front of you. That's what you're focused on now. But I gotta ask you, he's a bigger dude. You acknowledge that. He's stronger. He's got the size advantage.
What can you do?
Do you think that impacts your legacy, or even lose? Just a loss to Jake Paul. What kind of impact do you think that has on your legacy?
stop over paying for car insurance. I'm
Hell,
gonna tell you
listen,
something.
Tank don't even know what to say after that, yo. Cause he know it'll impact his shit. How long it's taking?
I'm not really.
Look,
I'm not sure. I'm not really big on it. I don't really like
on
care at
what?
this moment.
So you're not concerned that a loss to Jake Paul would mean anything to you at all? It doesn't sound anything.
Wow.
My shit up.
Gotcha.
You gonna still have his poodle after the loss?
My follow-up question is for you, Jake. Jake, look, in the Mike Tyson fight,
That nigga got a
fans debate
Dipset chain on.
whether you were pulling back a little bit or whatever the case might have been with the outcome to it. In this fight, is it your intention to make up for that a little bit? Do you want to knock, Tank out? And is it a little bit about making
Yo,
up for
Tank
maybe
signed a
not doing that
Dipset.
against Tyson?
Yeah, 100%. I haven't
He
got
had
a
a
knockout
Dipset
in a
chain
long
on.
time, so I'm itching. It's been a couple of fights, and I believe truly I've manifested. I've saw the vision of him getting knocked out and highlight real KO, and I'm just excited to be able to deliver that for the fans and have one of another most viral knockouts ever.
Hello, Gervonta and Jake Paul. My name is
Tank
Brian
can't
Lima,
afford
and I have
that.
a question for both of you. So we all know you guys are fighting on Friday, November the 14th. But the one question I have for both of you is, Jake, starting off with you, what made you wanted to fight a fighter like Gervonta Davis, who's been doing it his entire life? Knockout power, pinpoint accuracy, everything, etc.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've talked some shit to him, but I honestly respect him a lot as a fighter, as an entertainer, and he's one of the only other biggest name in America. Me and him are the biggest names in America in terms of boxing, so it only makes sense to fight. It's a challenge for me. It's a step up in my career, and because of the size and everything, that's what makes this a 50-50 fight. I always love challenging myself and doing the biggest events and partnering with Netflix and putting on shows, so that's what this is all about, and I put him on my list 4 years ago of someone that I would fight, and I just made it come true.
Thanks, Jake. And Gervonta, my
What the
question for you is,
listen?
you could have fought anybody on the top rankings. What made you wanted to fight somebody like Jake Paul that has the size, the
Right.
reach, and everything? Like,
He wanted to
what made
test
you
him
wanted
out.
to choose somebody like Jake Paul?
Cause he know that Roach fucked him up. He know that as a man.
Just testing myself, we got the opportunity, they came and said they wanted to, get it on, so we let the ends meet.
Thank you, Jake Paul, and thank you, Gervonta Davis.
Hey, what's up? My name is Edwin, representing the Boxing Voice, TBV. My first question is to Gervonta. Gervonta, a lot of people have stepped up to beat the fighter that is Jake Paul. Why is it that you think that you can be that fighter? And if anything, do you think you can stop him?
Say it one more time. I'm sorry.
You heard
A
him.
lot of fighters have stepped up to fight Jake Paul, and a lot of fighters claim that they were going to be the fighter to stop him. What makes you think that you can be the fighter to stop him? And if you can't stop him, do you think you can stop him?
Yeah, for sure. I think I can stop him. I'm much quicker than him.
He said, I think I can stop
He's
him.
much stronger, much bigger, but we all know that tall fighters is a taller fighter. A shorter person is hard to fight a taller person. So, a taller person is hard to fight a shorter person. So, we know he's gonna be definitely frustrated. He's slower. His arm reach not that much longer. We just gotta wait and see.
I see what he got to say.
And test the waters. But I'm for sure.
Tank is scared.
He decent and he gonna hold out for a couple rounds. But once it get hot in there, how things play out.
All right. And to Jake Paul, the same question to you. What makes you think that you can stop Tank
That's
Davis
why Jake
with
Paul
your
gotta
lack of
come out
experience
from the
in the ring?
beginning. First 3 rounds, gotta try to
Yeah,
knock
he's
him
an
out.
emotional fighter. He gets upset easily. He's no matter what he does, he's going.
You're not a real fighter.
He's going to underestimate me. Bro, you took a knee in the last fight. Like, you should have got 2 points taken off.
He's
Bro.
not even listening.
You're always in your head. Like, at the end of the day, He thinks that the speed is going to make a difference. It's not. He has a lot of holes in his defense. No one has ever pressed him.
You should have been a fighter on.
And you're going to see me knock this guy
That's how I
out.
know you're not a real fighter. When you at a press conference, you don't put the next person on point. You shouldn't do that.
What are you saying?
You heard what I said.
You say you shouldn't put the next person on point?
Yeah, you should.
I don't know what that means.
I wonder if Tank gonna take the $100 million to get knocked the fuck out. Like Tank fuck around and take that money and go to the hills and retire. Real shit.
Next question. Jorge Alonso, ProBible.com. Devontae,
That's crazy.
considering that
Gervonta.
Tank,
You got a mohawk, bro. Chill.
Gervonta.
You got a mohawk. Always remember that. You got a mohawk.
You tattooed your fucking name on your forehead so you wouldn't forget, you dumbass.
That's not my name, dumbass. That's my daughter name, dumbass. And my son name, dumbass. And again, you got a mohawk. You fucking clown.
alright, Tank.
We called it 19 dumbasses.
Alright, Tank, you're giving up 40 pounds, 50 pounds to Jake.
They said that's my daughter name, dumbass. That's my son name,
Is this one of the
dumbass.
biggest challenges of your career? Do you feel?
I can't say right now. I ain't been in the ring with him. You know?
And for Jake, is this the biggest, toughest challenge of your career?
Yeah.
100%. This is a top 10 pound for pound fighter. You know, there's been a lot of criticism on
You're not pound for pound no more.
boxer, fight someone your age, all this stuff. And Tank has stepped up to the plate. He said it in the podcast. He said, I'm the guy. I'm the guy to beat him, for him to fight a pro boxer, for him to fight someone his own age. So here we are. This is definitely the toughest test.
Hey, how you doing? My question's for Jake. Chris here with Boxing with Chris. Jake, when I spoke to you in March at the Tank Roach, you seemed disappointed, seeing that this fight was not going to happen. How were the terms revisited and how are we here today?
Wait, say it again? Something about the fight not happening.
When we spoke in March, you said this fight was off the table. So from March to here, how was this fight revisited? How were you guys able to make this fight happen?
Yeah, no, we just made it happen. I mean, negotiations, back and forth, all parties being aligned. And, you know, this is the biggest fight in boxing. We're going to beat Terrence and Canelo numbers with ease. So at the end of the day, when you have an opportunity like this to do the biggest fight, I think
Ain't
all
nobody
parties
really
aligned,
trying to
just
see
make it
this
happen.
shit.
Dr. Abi
Two more questions. I'm sorry, two more questions.
Dr. Abi with World Liberty TV Boxing Channel. Jake, big fan of yours. Just want to say what you're
Watch
doing
what Tank
with boxing
say.
is phenomenal. You're putting it on the map. What you're doing with the ladies, with the Mike Tyson and UFC
I swing on
fighters.
you right now.
Nobody. And I love you too, Gervonta. I'm a big fan of yours. But I just wanted to tell this man what he's doing for boxing and putting it on the map. And
Tank
just
mad.
wanna take my hat off.
Get the mic from
So,
Look, Tank sick.
what I want to say is, if you beat Tank, you know, people are going to say you beat a smaller man.
Yup.
So, what's the
He
victory
bet
here?
not lose.
Honestly, people always have something to say. It's
He know he
old
better
news,
not
keep
lose.
talking. At the end of the day, you're here. So whatever anyone has to say, just keep on saying it, please. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all.
James, spelling the Buxton source.
He
This
know he
question is
better not
for
lose.
Both Tank and Jake. Given that, y'all have kind of like had a meteoric rise to, be very popular in the sport of boxing.
Yup.
And for this fight here coming up November 14th, for each of y'all, state your case for being the face of boxing.
Well, Jake Paul beat him. Is Jake Paul gonna be pound for pound?
Is it one of you? Is it both of them? Both of them. What? He wants you to state your case for being the face of boxing.
He don't even know what to say.
Face of boxing, fam.
Cause he know he,
Attention, growth
cause
hackers
he
and
know,
hustlers.
he
Would it be a
know,
bad idea if we paid
he
for
know he
tickets
was
to
fighting a
that
bunch of
concert?
bums for real.
Limited
Not
only
all of them. I'm
access,
not gonna
smart
disrespect
TVs
none
for
of the
free.
boxers,
That's
but
right, free. As in,
compared to the
why are people
competition, he
taking
could
this
have been
free?
fighting.
Here's where it gets borderline ridiculous. Our
Like Shakur did. Shakur been wanting. Shakur Stevenson been wanting to fight him.
There you have it.
Gary Russell been
Thank you,
wanting to
everybody.
fight him.
Members of the media, Tank
Different
Texas.
individuals wanted to
I
fight
know
Tank.
what you guys want to see. You want to see him face off. I'd like to see him face off. Before we do that, let me bring back Most Valuable Promotion CEO, Nikisa Badarian, to the stage. He's also going to be joined by TGB Promotions, their president, Mr. Tom Brown. New York City, the face-off, Jake Paul and Gervonta Tank Davis.
This shit gonna be sloppy. My whole thing is, I feel like Tank a nut for that shit. Tank a real nut for that shit. He a real nut for that shit for doing that shit to Lamont Roots. Like that wasn't thorough. Like you know.
The movement's very slow. Okay, let me check the Twitch on my own like browser type shit.
He know what he was doing.
Time, but I'm in the so then everything is obviously going on now. We move past it. There's a lot of critics out there that says, well, Lamont needs to move past this. He's worrying about Tank too much. Tank's focused on other things. He's focused on bigger fights, quote unquote. And then he goes on to fight Jake Paul. But the narrative initially was that we were going to see a rematch. He mentioned the rematch.
Oh, I got it. Go ahead and finish. So cause I'm gonna lay it out. For real, I'm tired of talking about it. So I'm gonna lay it all out so we can like, you know what I'm saying? Like really, cause I've been past the shit.
Yeah.
Trust me. I've been past it. Like it's over. What can I do? For real. Except fight him again if he wants to fight. So go ahead.
So with that narrative being out there that you should move past it, and you see him doing these things, and then everybody in the world thought we were going to see a rematch.
Watch what he say.
You know, rematch date. He's already talking about Jake Paul. That should have been. Well, I believe it was in August, correct?
The first rematch was supposed to be in June. I mean, the rematch was initially supposed to be in June.
July.
Then it got pushed back to August.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna take this over.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
So, all right, for the people who say I'm supposed to
Move past it.
get over it, get past it,
The fight
a
was
rematch
just about
clause,
to
right?
happen.
we had a rematch clause. If I'm declared the winner, or if the bout was declared a draw, he has the right to exercise an immediate rematch. Guess what he did 2 weeks later after the fight? Exercised his right to the rematch. And we went and go handle our business with my team, lawyers, his team, promotional company, lawyers, contract, boom, sign, boom. That was for June. This contract was signed both ends in June. So there's an official rematch. Undercard and everything. Like that shit was supposed to happen.
Set in stone.
It's supposed to
Set
happen.
in stone. Nah, really. Like that's what people don't understand. Like people don't know. Like that shit was supposed to happen. Then it got pushed back to August. So then that's when we knew that like, all right, he might be up to the bullshit. Just like the first fight, when the first fight was supposed to happen in December, before March.
New DraftKings casino players. The choice is yours.
It just looked like Tank been fruitcaking around.
Puff and even more puff. Play them both on the #1 online casino experience.
Looked like Tank been playing around.
So, all right, cool. But I've been telling everybody, I'm like,
This is
they
Lamont
start
Roach.
launching out and shit like this, like making it.
If y'all just now getting in here, this is Lamont Roach talking about the reason why him and Tank ain't fight. Now, I just took y'all to Tank Davis' press conference with Jake Paul. How the fuck is he having a fight with Jake Paul and he was supposed to fight Lamont Roach last month?
Personal and shit like that. Like,
it ain't have to be that. Like, he came out and disrespected me on social media, whatever the case may be. I don't know who you think, like, I am or what I don't. I'm not gonna go like that. So people saying that I've been dragging on them, talking shit and all that. If anybody noticed, I never talk shit about them. Period. All I did was talk about what the I did in the ring. How's that talking shit? I never said he was some shit. I never said he was this. I never said he was that. None of that. He come out the cut, he come out the blue, whatever. I'm talking to somebody else. He come comment on my shit like, oh, your bitch ass, this and that, this and that. Who the fuck you think you talking to? Come on, bro. I'm a man, bro. I ain't none of them others that was scared of you, that you for all that, whatever the case may be. I ain't on that. Don't disrespect me, I don't disrespect you. Facts.
Right.
Facts. Like, it's boxing, we can hype it, but don't disrespect me. Don't disrespect me.
Absolutely. So he's like the Charleston White of boxing.
Something like that. So that's when it started going
He
south.
gonna say Charleston
That's when
White
it started going
name.
south. So it's just like, all right, but if y'all notice, he started like, you know what I'm saying? He kept
Started
doing
fading.
little shit like that. So I put a tweet out and was like, y'all better not be surprised if this fight don't happen. I already know what's going on, bro. He don't
Trying to
wanna
have a
fight.
reason.
To me, because if he did, even if this whole Jake situation was in the way, holler at me. Tell me you want to fight Jake. Tell me you got a bag coming up. All right, boom. Like, it's a way to handle that. We have a contract. You cannot breach a contract and think shit just gonna be sweet. You can't. You can't do that. We have a contract. So it's not like this wasn't supposed to happen or whatever the case may be. He just went and took the Jake route. We had a signed contract to fight. So him breaching the contract is, if y'all put yourself in my shoes, you gotta think, I'm looking forward to fighting and getting paid.
This is Lamar Roach
I'm
talking
looking
about
forward to
Tank Davis.
fighting and winning so I could be two-time world champ. Me. I'm in training for a fight
You better fight
to
Pitbull.
be a champion in another weight class and for me to be crowned champion twice in my career. And this just go ghost and then end up announcing another fight. Put yourself on my
Exposition
shoes.
right.
Find out just like the rest of us did.
Yeah.
Kinda. I was on the fence because they didn't
No, I
announce.
think Lamar Roach took step aside money.
Every week. All right, we're gonna announce the fight. I'm like, all right, they on bullshit. Now, I found out like everybody else, but it was just like, damn, like, all right. Y'all ain't reach out to me and say, all right, we're gonna fight Jake. Because again, we have a contract. Yeah. You cannot breach that contract without making any type of arrangements or whatever the case may be. You need to let it
Take out of pocket. Arbitration.
It's just like, all right, cool. Like, so when we get there, it's just like, But we knew, you know what? Never mind. I knew way before that.
Because they been trying to have a fight before he had a fight.
I knew way before he got announced because we broke camp and we came home.
So just step aside money.
But it was like, it was just like, all right, they was trying to do something to cover for it. Like the other side. They was trying to do something to cover for it. Not necessarily him, but the other side,
Floyd
the
enough.
business side, they was trying to do something to cover for it. And it was just like, So when it did come up, we was like, all right, we seen this coming. Boom. But at the end of the day, you cannot breach the contract.
Yeah, I was gonna say what the lawyers got to say about that.
See? And then for all you who watch my mouth. I'm gonna watch my mouth.
You gotta watch what he say.
For everybody who's talking about, oh,
You federal, you suing them, you doing this, you doing that.
That's my money.
Come on, bro. If y'all fighting for, if y'all contracted to fight for, let me wash my mouth again. For a good amount of money, right? For a good amount of money.
Money in general, you know.
Yeah, like, come on, bro.
It's like another case of the rules don't apply.
Yeah, like
all of a sudden, rules don't. We not playing by the rules.
That's all I'm saying. Like, don't do me like that.
Yeah.
I don't, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a that he's fighting Jake. I don't care. But handle the business the right way.
And you supposed to be his friend.
Handle the business the right way. That's it. Don't think you just gonna jank me and then next thing you know you gonna fight Jake and this shit be sweet. No, it's not gonna happen like that. So if it's not taken care of, yeah, you want arbitration. What you talking about? That's how it works. That's how business works.
Most people don't understand that, right? Like a lot of people in them comment sections, they're 10 to 12-year-old kids. And if they're not mentally, they're 12. That's what I'm saying. Nah, but you know what I'm saying, though? Like,
Crazy.
If they're not mentally, they're still 10 to 12-year-old kids that are commenting. Because I ain't never seen, not in my life, so as long as I've been living,
that's because your crowd.
And they've been sitting there chitter-chatting on.
That's because your crowd touches kids. Not literally touch, but I mean, y'all don't have it just strictly for adults. Y'all have it for kids also. That's how 6ix9ine was going viral. That's how Charleston White was going viral. And then the thing about that is, nah, man.
On Twitter or some shit, or writing in the Shade Room comment section. I don't
like,
think
what are you
people
doing
like that.
with your life?
Yeah, so those people are stuck in the basement at their mom's house writing some shit. But so they don't really understand how it works. But when it comes to that, not only are you penalized from it not happening, but you mentioned that there's an undercard there.
Yes.
So
other people are affected. PBC is affected by that. That's how they make their money. He is how they make a good amount of their money. How do you do that? Like, he not just me over, he's in PBC.
Do you know of any of the fights that were expected to be on there? Was there any like big time cards in it?
Scooter and Oshaki was supposed to fight on that undercard. I'm pretty sure they had I don't know too much in detail who else was supposed to fight on it, but I know for sure that they were supposed to be the co-main. So, you know, and that's, I think we were supposed to fight in June, then we were supposed to fight in August. It's already about to be fall. Like luckily they did get a date, they get locked in, they on another card now. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a trickle effect. So again, I don't care that he's fighting Jake Paul. Just handle the business the right way.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not worried about it. Like, if he don't want to fight me, cool. I don't care. Like, I already did what I was supposed to do. I was supposed to win. Everybody know I was supposed to win. I don't give a nobody say. I was supposed to win. Right. But
He was.
let it go. I let it go. It's over with. But don't say you want the rematch. Don't exercise your rights to the rematch. And then pull out. That's it.
You know what was surprising to me? I'm watching the post-fight presser, and he mentioned how it was a tie because they took the point away.
Yep. That was the difference.
So now he obviously thought they took.
Those of you just coming in, this is Lamont Roach.
You know what I mean? So
Lamont Roach speaking on Tank.
Not even that, him just going outside of the ring.
Tank Davis took that Jake Paul fight.
Disqualification, but okay.
Has that ever happened before?
Hell no. Without the proper procedure for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, repercussion. No, proper repercussion.
Yeah, because I'm not going to lie, I'm watching that fight.
What y'all think about that Jake Paul and Tank fight?
We're watching it on the TV here, and it was wild because the the ref is kind of like.
I just feel as though it's wrong. Tank wrong for that.
He got the
Yeah, but Gervonta yells at him like, you can't do that. And I'm like, this dude just took over the sport.
But look, and then he gave him an explanation too. He gonna say, well, you can't do that. He can't take a knee like that.
It looked like, yep. He said it looked like a knockdown. It was a knockdown.
It is, literally. You just told him the rules and just, it's like, all right, I'm gonna give you a pass. But don't do it again.
Yeah. And then his hairdresser comes out against him after he says the grease shit, and she said, I didn't even put grease in his head. He wasn't going up.
He didn't say that. That's correct. He did.
But I mean, sometimes when you get popped in the eye, the shit hurts, and you got to make excuses. You remember what Kevin Hart said? Who jumped me? You know what I mean? Looking around and shit. Yeah, they jumping me out here. But nonetheless, we're here today, and that obviously the results happen. Now, if you were to put yourself in his shoes, just being realistic, you got a fight out there that they're claiming at the times for $200 million. You don't think that
That's
there's...
cap. I don't give a what nobody says it's cap. It's cap. It's cap. It's cap. I don't care. It's cap.
What's already been proven is cap. It went down to 100 now, and now they're saying 40. So it already went down twice.
Let me just break down the math real quick.
Yeah.
Let me break down the math real quick. If he got a purse anywhere from $5 million to $7 million to fight me, right? Let's say $7 million. Or we can say 5. Who cares? Wherever he go, because he is an attraction, he's going to sell out. 20 million off the bat. Come on, bro. So now we at 25 million. Keep the numbers. They didn't get pay-per-view back in. No matter how many people buy the pay-per-view. So that's an extra.
Designed for all day comfort.
It's an extra 10, 15.
Making every step.
8 to 10 million. Where's the money disparity? If he's supposed to be making 40, 50 million, where's the big money disparity?
You don't think Jake Paul cuts a check?
Jake Paul gonna give him a check.
Yeah.
But do you think he gonna get the game?
No.
No. You think he gonna get pay-per-view buys? No. That's Netflix and Jake Paul shit. He just getting the check. So miss me with all that big money, all that shit. Like, it's cool. I don't care. Again, like, do it. Handle the business right. That's all. Get your money. Give me a little money. And we can fight later. Or we don't have to fight at all if you don't want to. I don't give a
But I tell y'all, step aside money.
I got shit to do. I'm trying to be one of the best in boxing. I'm not trying to be like, I'm not trying to be a big superstar. And I'm saying this because that's not my goal. My goal is going to make me be a superstar type shit. If I achieve my goal, that's where I'm going to be.
It's very similar to the way Terrence Crawford handles business.
Facts.
He's not sitting there talking all that shit. He's usually like, he even mentioned it in the presser with Canelo. Like, everybody says I'm not a draw. I'm not the guy that talks the most, and I'm boring. But anybody could be a nobody.
That's a fact.
And then he goes out there, he handles business. What were your thoughts after you watched that fight, Canelo and Crawford?
I thought he performed very well. Obviously, he performed like the best fighter in the world. I ain't gonna lie. That's how you do. That's how when they say pound for pound, that's the perfect definition of pound for pound.
You went up.
Went on a 10, 40. I mean, mind you, he was already champion at 35. Y'all gotta think he started at 35. 135. So 140 is another weight class up. 47, 54. 60, skip 60, 68. That's 5 weight classes up. It's like 5 weight classes up. So for him to be undisputed champion at 168 and beat one of the best fighters in the world doing it, it's a bad motherfucker right there.
You think it takes away from Canelo's legacy?
Nah, I don't think so. Nah. Canelo been on top for
12 years.
When he turned pro, 15. How old is he now? He been on top for like 15 years straight.
Yeah, come on.
See how I said that number?
Like he been on top for like 15 years straight.
After Crawford mentioned,
Floyd left.
I may be older, but he's older than me in boxing years because of all the fights that Canelo
The
took.
miles.
Do you believe that as well? Like when a fighter fights that many fights, that he kind of wears himself out?
It depends on how it probably shows with Canelo. Honestly, I think
Kind of even, probably.
it kind of shows with him, but I'm gonna say he fell in love with being strong. He fell in love with being a knockout puncher and throwing one punch and all that stuff. So I think that played a factor in it too. Like, I don't necessarily think he was worn down because
I think a lot of other people, Canelo still washes. Like, he still got it, but I think he need to, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Change it up, but it's too
go back
late.
to a certain style that he used to have. Like, he can't throw one, you can't beat Terrence Crawford with one shot.
And he throwing 4
He's
punches.
good. He's ring IQ too. He's boxing IQ out of this world for real. Like, you can't do that. And he not scared of Canelo. So,
right. In the press conference, he took it with a lot of grace. He said, hey, he did everything he was supposed to do. Like, I ain't gonna sit here and say it was just an off night.
Yeah,
I was sick 2 weeks ago. No, he's like, he was everywhere. He did everything. He did what he was supposed to do.
Mm-hmm. Now, you did something that, in that fight with Tank, right? Like, you did something that everybody was surprised to see.
Stood your
Because you're
ground.
sitting there and you're going blow for blow. You know what I mean? Come up, pop, pop, pop. You know what I mean? It was just like...
Those of you just coming up in here, this is Lamont Roach talking about how he feel with that Tank situation, having a fight with Jake Paul.
So he gets you good, you stand there, boom, trade shots, you get him right back. And that was like what everybody's sitting there like, oh shit, wait, what the fuck is going on right now? And, you know, moving past Tank now, right? You're taking out an opponent, unofficially, I don't know what I was gonna say, who knows? Yeah, that is a scrapper in Isaac Cruz. What exactly
Yeah,
is
he
going
about to
on with
fight
that? Is there any
Isaac.
progression in those talks? There's talks for sure, and there's progression too. So we'll see. That's definitely on the table. And you know, even though a lot of people like are expecting it and reporting it, you never know what happens behind closed doors, and you know how the cookie gonna crumble when it really come down to the business. So if it happens, I promise you. Damn, I said this the last time though. It's either gonna be fight of the year or I'm gonna fuck them up. Simple. I promise you. I promise you. And if it happens, it's not gonna be at 35. It's gonna be at 140. Really? Yeah. That's dope. Yeah. And people don't know that Pitbull has a intern world championship. So just to put it out there, you guys, I'm not just going up to 40 like they tricking the pumpkin or nothing like that. Like going for another championship. You know, I'm going for that's the goal. That's on my agenda, bro. Like I'm telling you, like my goals is what boxing fans are looking for. I got y'all. I got y'all for sure. Now, obviously, I spoke to a few boxers after this and naming one that just called you out when he was up here. Very respectful, by the way. He spoke very highly of you and what you did, Richardson Hitchens. Yeah. And he said that he would love to make that fight happen. What do you think about him saying that? I think he's a competitor. I mean, that's what we in it for. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if he doesn't have anything on the table,
He
and
is.
if I didn't have anything on the table and we were to meet, I would love to go up to 140 and show my skills, for sure. Now, did you lose a little bit of faith after this negotiation went to shit with Tank Davis and in negotiation? Because you sound like really like discouraged about the idea of somebody saying we're gonna fight. You're like, nah. When it's announced, I'll believe it. That's just, I mean, like in any business, that's how shit go. Like you just can't until it's. I mean, shit. I was signed on the dotted line. But you know, 9 times out of 10, when it's like when it's concrete, you have good faith. So I'm okay. I have a good team, and just to put out there too, I'm very well taken care of. Like without that guy. Just to let you know. No dissing, no none of that shit. They say you the cash cow. I promise you, my next fight, my purse will be. Yeah, because now my purse will be my biggest purse in my career without him. Yeah. So. Well, now people want to see you because that was shocking. I mentioned this before when Bill Haney was up here and he was speaking and he was, you know, trying to promote Devin Haney versus Tank. He was saying that, who's he fighting now? Who's he fighting now? And I'm like, you're right, I don't really know him much, right? This is prior to me ever having a conversation with you. And he said, yeah, because he's cherry picking his way through. And that's what most of the world looked at it as, except for you and your team. You're like, nah, he know, they know. He said everybody in that camp, they know. You know what I mean? That literally became like the slogan for the entire interview when we dropped the trailers and everything. They know. We even put a little echo on behind it, you know what I'm saying? But you know, you knew exactly what you were gonna do. Seeing these fighters coming up, you know, you're mentioning Isaac Cruz with an interim belt, Hitchens also with a belt. You got fighters like Shakur Stevenson out there.
We're gonna switch it up a little. We're gonna switch it up a little. We're gonna switch it. Hernandez Hovan. Hernandez Hovan. Hernandez Govan. What's really good? What's really good, Hernandez Hovan? Because you've been running around. You've been running around telling lies. Running around lying on big moves. Running around lying on CMG, PRE. Dog was never a hustler. Dog was never a hustler. Oh, dog, I had to do little business with him. This, that. Listen, go Van. Go Van, go Van, go Van. What's the recipe? What's the recipe, go Van? What's really good, go Van? What's really good? What's really good, go Van? Might as well say for the past month. Yeah, the past month, since August 20-something. Because that was only a 3-day trial. You've been running around. You've been running around lying on people, go Van. You've been running around lying on people, and to me, it seems like you trying to build an indictment up on CMG and PRE. Because you sit there, you think I didn't hear you sit there and said your daughter did a song with Big Moose the Great, and she said I shoot like my father. That's what you said. You said Big Moose the Great did a song with your daughter. Big Moose the Great never did a song with your daughter. Your daughter was a True La Mafia member. So who did a song with your daughter? Teasy? Straight Drop? And your daughter said that quote. She said, I shoot like my daddy. Don't do that, Govan. Govan, you've been lying. You've been lying. You've been lying too much, Govan. And it's getting played out. In my opinion, you turning into a Keefy D. You're turning into a Keefy D, Govan. You do know that, right? You do know that, right? Keefy D had a proffer with the state, not the feds, had a state. Because that's what they said. They said you went into a proffer with the state. You ain't going to the proffer with the feds. So if the feds come back around, they can hit you. And another thing, you lied on your proffer. You lied already on your proffer. You lied. You said you ain't got nothing to do with it. word around town, listen, to my sources, allegedly, you had something to do with that Dolph murder. You was there. You ain't set it up allegedly. You was there, according to my sources. According to my sources. And you know, Kingfish, Craig Pettis, all them type of people, right? You know Govan from South Memphis. Orange Mound is not that far from Macmillan. McKillen. It's not that far from McKillen. So let's skip the bullshit. Cause when you was on Stan G, John, you said you never met Black Youngster, never seen him, never heard of him, never nothing. So my whole thing is, Govan. You wanna know what my whole thing is, Govan? My whole thing, Govan, is how did your daughter get signed to CMG? I mean, how did your daughter get signed to Lil Uzi? Lil Uzi was in rehab. Lil Uzi don't have no record label. So how the fuck was your daughter signed to Lil Uzi, Govan? And how you trying to get your daughter signed with a label? How you try to get Straight Drop signed to CMG and not your daughter? Your daughter signed to Uzi, and Uzi in the 720, in the 760 deal, 720 deal. Let's keep it real, Govan, cause you fraud. According to my sources, that was you. That was you, Govan. You know exactly what I'm talking about. That was you. That was you. You went into a profit, bro. They couldn't use none of that in the courtroom. You know what you did, Govan. You know what you did. And you told on Street Drop. All this, what I'm saying, is allegedly. For entertainment purposes only. What you told on Street Drop. You told on Gotti. You told on Big Joke. You told on Teasy. You start telling on all these people that ain't had nothing to do with this shit. You start telling on people that ain't had nothing to do with this shit. You start buying time. Just like how you told on Devin Burns. You try to flip the story on Devin Burns. Devin Burns probably wasn't even nowhere around the Dolph situation. Listen, man. What about the bull? What about the bull that was keeping Dolph Memorial cool? He ended up dead. South Memphis. Govan, you knew what was going on, Govan. You knew exactly what was going on. We ain't even gonna play them games. We ain't gonna play them games. And you know Raven, cause you was a nasty nigga like that. You was fucking with Raven. You know you was fucking with Raven, Govan. Govan, you know you was fucking with Raven. You know you was fucking with Raven, Govan. Stan G asked you all the right questions. You did 3 interviews. You did Vlad, No Jumper, and Stan J. All on them 3 podcasts you told 3 different lies. Remo got the best of you. That's one thing I can say. Remo got the best of you on that shit. Cause you lying. What the fuck did you go into profit for? What did you go into profit for, man? You didn't go into profit. You didn't go into profit for that case. You went into profit for that case. Know what you did. Know what you did, go man. Only time will tell, go man. Remember what they said in the courtroom? They said you was getting shot at. You told Cornelius Smith you was getting shot at. You said, I'm glad I seen you. Can you please help me? Nigga, you's a motherfucker. You's a motherfucker. Then you got Charleston White on here coming at your sexuality. They calling Govan a tough rat. They calling Govan a tough rat. How the fuck did you listen? You had a $90,000 bill. It seemed like you got paid $500,000 for that motherfucking Dolph situation. You had a $90K bill. Then you paid Manny Aurora. You paid Manny Aurora almost $500,000. Gotti helped you with that lawyer, bro. Gotti helped all y'all niggas with y'all lawyers. All y'all niggas with y'all lawyers. Because it was too much big money. It was too much big money. Y'all niggas ain't got no fucking money like that. Flip don't even fuck with you no more, Govan. Flip came to the funeral and shit. They doing a funeral to show you love, but don't nobody fuck with you, Govan. Don't nobody fuck with you, Govan. Cause at the end of the day, you was a slime ball. You was a slime ball. You slime Teasy out. You slime Teasy out. You slime straight drop out. You took straight drop money. Like all type of shit was going on. All type of shit was going on, motherfucker. Govan. And then you telling people your daughter didn't get shot get killed behind it. Allegedly she did. Allegedly she did. Off of your stupidity. Off your stupidity. This is what they saying on the internet. To my sources, they saying we talking about Flacco, we talking about Israelite, we talking about Cedric Nash, we talking about multiple people. According to my sources, who I seen, they all stating damn the same thing. They all saying your daughter was hiding street drop. They all saying she played a part, and we all know she was truly mafia. She was TM. Dusty Govan was TM. She wasn't signing no fucking Yo Gotti. She wasn't signing no motherfucker Lil Uzi. Not gonna tell y'all again, Lil Uzi ain't no fucking label. Tell about she was signing the Uzi. You don't get the fuck out of there, Govan. That lying shit. You lied, Govan. Govan, you lied. You lied. You lied. Lied. You lied. Since you ain't no rat, since you ain't tell, right? Tell Manny Aurora. If Manny Aurora still fuck with you, right? Tell Manny Aurora to unseal your documents. I don't think they gonna unseal your documents because it's still an ongoing case. Everybody a lawyer talking about you. They talking about you when it's all profit. Why everybody talking about you too, go man? Everybody talking about you ready, go man. So that's just what it is. That's just what the fuck it is. You listen.
That shot you 6 times. Well, I was shot 7 times. 7 times.
Nah, he 50
I ain't
Cent.
going no jumping and incriminate nobody. I don't know the statute of limitations. I ain't no lawyer, but what I will say, I was shot 7 times. And
You got shot in your ass.
where a few months after that, he was shot 6 times. And he went on this parade saying that I was responsible for that. But
So why would you talk about it?
that's neither here nor there.
So. You don't respect that, I assume, since you wouldn't go out and say that he shot you.
I don't respect it. Like, you know, even now, like you taking credit for when I got shot or whatever. I ain't never said who shot, especially on the internet. Right. You know, I don't know who shot, but I know when you got shot, you paraded around town and told everybody that I was before, and it wasn't true because I wouldn't do such a thing like that to somebody. They saying that her stepdad shot you 6 times.
He keep talking about he want to do something to nobody, but you keep.
By which they were calling you a snitch.
Look.
I mean, maybe it's based off of, and that's a great question, Adam. So I was in federal prison before, right? And it's a certain
Terrence Yardburn.
TV personality. The other day he showed something online where it was like, well, my name was attached to some paperwork of a guy named Terrence Yarbrough. And that is true.
It is true.
What happened with that is
they're gonna say his cousin.
What they do is they tell you half the story. They try to make it seem, you know, favorable or sound good or whatever. They don't tell you the fact that he was a child molester. Well, I ain't gonna say child. So he pimped out underage girls.
So why you ain't killing? Like
they
you
not gonna say that I made a phone call for him on my phone as a favor, like how we do in the blocks. They can't get through to their people. You know what I'm saying? Hey, bro, make a 3-way call for me. I make the 3-way call for you. Just so happened, they already listening to my phone calls thinking that I'm going to be calling Fish, my brother, Big Baby, or, you know, or whatever the case may be. And when they hear me make this call for him and he get on my phone and call his sister and get to saying, erase the files out the computers, all the underage girls and all of this shit. And then a few weeks later, they reach out to my attorney, the sex crime police, and he tell me when I call home that he want me to call. And so when I call, he tell me that they reached out, and I'm like, reached out to you for what? I don't deal with no sex crimes. And he was like, calm down, it ain't about you. So when it was brought to my attention what it was about the phone call that I made. They played the whole phone call. And there was some things that was said on there that I don't think no male in this room would have said, especially about underage kids. And I said, that ain't me. And they said, well, we know it's not you. We just, you know, wanted to hear what you had to say.
But from the perspective of the law, if it took place on your phone,
it's you.
It's a fine line, right?
Yeah.
They feel like you officiated this phone call. Who's to say that you weren't basically standing right there listening?
Yeah, or who said it's not you changing your voice?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they had to clarify that.
Yeah.
And at the time, I was indicted for a gun, and I think I had some marijuana in my pocket. It's a 924G and a 922C. They was offering me 15 apiece. 30 years. And
He's a fraud.
when they said that
He's a fucking liar.
if I made a statement basically saying that it wasn't me on that phone call
You get to come
saying
home.
inappropriate things about underage kids, that would help me out tremendously. Now you go find me. Well, maybe it is another stupid ass nigga around here that he's so real that he gonna say, yeah, that was me on that phone call talking about underage kids. I mean, go
Dog.
find me one. You might can find one, but it ain't me.
Dog. That don't even make sense.
It ain't me.
That don't even make sense what you said, dog. Dog, they is not connecting you with that. The only way they connecting that together, is if you know about it or you connected with it. That's the only way they dropping charges like that. They not gonna do that on no shit like that. And he was supposed to been on your phone playing. Man, get the fuck. You just lying.
So guess where
the whole snitching that you did or cooperating, quote unquote, that you did was basically just saying that wasn't my voice on the phone out here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, nothing further. I didn't testify at his trial or none of that. That alone, me clarifying that wasn't me on that phone call, turned my 30 years to 5. So, you know, because Ben knew about it.
But I thought you did
It
8
ain't no
years.
secret. I stand on it. Ain't no nigga gonna do nothing about it.
I thought you did 8 years.
It is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, that feels like that's snitching accusation culture gone too far. If that's going to be the kind of thing that people are taking issues with, yeah.
You know, so with that, I know one thing. Like I ain't him. I ain't that real. I ain't finna say that's me. That was me on the phone.
Yeah.
So you got me fucked up.
For sure.
Whoever don't like it is what it is.
He's a fucking
I mean,
fraud.
just in general, even before the verdict came out, you're dealing with the fact that
I
you
will
are now
expose that tomorrow.
essentially a celebrity, especially in Memphis, but really kind of countrywide as well. After like your whole life, you were basically,
A
doing
runner.
your thing without having a ton of eyeballs on you. Once you get not guilty, then all of a sudden it's like there's opportunities for you. Had you been thinking about that before? Or were you just 100% focused on the case? And was it strange making the decision to start doing interviews and 20 versus 1s and things?
Well, I knew it was gonna be. If I say that I wasn't aware that it was gonna be some opportunities out there, I'd be lying.
Right.
One, I had already been communicating with Vlad during the case. 2, me and Brick Baby had already been chopping it up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
From prison or before he got locked up?
Before he got locked up.
Got it.
Yeah, this one.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. He was this one he was running with Sharp. Yeah, Sharp.
Got it.
Yeah, him and Sharp was in Vegas and shit a lot. So me and Brick, we was chopping it up, and he was like, man, we gotta get you down on no jumper and woo and all of that, So
He's a liar.
I was aware that it was some
He's a
opportunities,
liar.
out there for me, and what person gonna turn that down? Considering everything that I went through.
Yeah, it's kind of like a
But you parading for something that you so-called didn't do.
little bit of a victory lap to be able to like have all these people interested in you, even though it's funny because like 20 versus 1 is basically like a dating show, and the idea of like taking someone who's just beat a high profile murder. I mean, honestly, the Woody thing got me accustomed to whatever. Because it's like, oh, so this fool went on, took the stand and just talked super crazy, spun the whole trial. I mean, after I saw that, I'm like, all right, anything goes now.
But it's like, as it relates to Woody, though, as far as him telling, you still got to give Woody his props, though.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
nobody ever told as good as him.
Yeah, man, you crazy.
I mean, as the full picture,
I mean, I look at it like this, Woody had his reasons for doing whatever he did in the beginning. But Woody's so much of a good dude and got a good heart, like, he couldn't see himself being the reason
that Thug went to jail for the rest of his life. That's just the kind of person Woody is. When Woody was on this stand saying, I don't recall, Woody ain't retarded at all. You know what I'm saying? I have long, in-depth conversations with Woody.
How's all these niggas connected? That's my whole thing.
You know what I'm saying? All of that. Good dude. You know what I'm saying? So
They pray together.
I just feel like he,
He just said they pray together.
whatever he did in the beginning. But Woody's so much of a good dude and got a good heart. Like, he couldn't see himself being the reason that Thug went
He
to jail
said they
for the
pray
rest of his life.
together.
That's just the kind of person Woody is. When Woody was on this stand saying, I don't recall, Woody ain't retarded at all. You know what I'm saying? I have long, in-depth conversations with Woody. You know what I'm saying? Woody, we pray together. You know what I'm saying? All of that. Good dude. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I just feel like he, you know, he get a bad rap, so to speak, you know, with a lot of people or whatever.
They pray together. Since when?
Day, whatever happened in the beginning of the case happened, but they don't speak on the fact that he the reason that them was free. They don't speak on that. You know what I'm saying? They always gonna talk negative about him and what happened in the beginning, but speak on the fact that he did what a lot of
Thug still got 15 years probation and Thug is a rat. All y'all niggas rats. Protected each other.
Hey, huge shout out to Everything 420. Thank you
Yo,
for
this
always
nigga
keeping us.
Govan just went on there and fucking lied. He went on there and lied. He just keep bringing unwanted names.
And you know, and when they came from Cornelius, you gotta judge it off a lot of the other lies that he told. Like, example, in my trial, when the lady that's like his grandmother testified and took the stand. If you notice, when she took the stand, she said a lot of great things about Cornelius, about him helping her at the store with groceries and all of this, a lot of good things. But when she was asked about when he said that she received $800 and a note from someone related to Justin or associated with Justin after the murder. And he testified to this on the stand. And it's in discovery. This lady who has no dog in this fight, no interest at all, said that didn't happen.
Why would he bring this part
I
up?
don't know this lady. Never met her one day in my life. And so when she was asked about this, and for her to say that she's fed Cornelius, gave him shelter before, during the course of knowing him over 40, 30 some years, if he said that she received $800 in a note, he a damn lie. So here it is, we about to possibly send someone to jail for the rest of their natural life based off of the words of him that he would lie on this old lady like his grandmother and involve her in this dangerous case, all because of this part of his lie for him to try to come home.
This shit ain't no lie, man.
Or I was gonna hire private investigators like Quantrill Fletcher. That was my private investigator. Like, and for them to go and dig and find out if these crazy things he's saying are true or not. So he didn't think that far. And so, you know, that should kind of put it more in perspective of what kind of person we're dealing with. If you allow an old lady like that, that's like your grandmother, and involve her in something like this for no reason at all.
It's not his grandma.
That's just crazy.
So we know you lying.
How did you feel? Did you know Straight Draw brother in advance or
Jamarcus?
Yeah.
Nah. I never met him, never seen him. Matter of fact, before the case, I never knew
that he had a brother.
I never knew. I know he got a brother by his mom, you know,
But I think that brother there that testified against him, I think they got the same dad. So I never knew of him, never heard of him, you know, a day before in my life.
Yeah. So it wouldn't have been surprised for him to testify against him.
It wasn't, from the kind of person that I heard he is or whatever. It's not surprising. From what I heard he's, was a good kid, good person, working type of young dude or whatever the case may be. So when you involve them kind of people like that in street shit, that's what happened. They do what regular citizens do.
So how'd you actually feel when you heard the not guilty being read out?
This nigga crazy. He's a fraud.
It was just a relief, Adam.
This boy Govan, y'all. Govan and him right there in the yellow. He's a rat.
Leading up to that, prior to that, to kind of go back to Remo question, it's a feeling that I wouldn't wish on nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I done been through, Adam, I done been shot 7 times. I done been in all type of shootouts, growing up in the Orange Mound community. You name it, I done seen it. I've been through it all. And that feeling right there, it's one thing to be waiting on a verdict and you could possibly get sentenced to 8 years, 10 years. But when you waiting on a verdict and the rest of your natural life on the line, it's a whole different beast. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta have some. And it's just like, shout out to Wack. You know what I'm saying? Like, Wack, I heard someone online, and Wack was actually taking up for me, surprisingly. Wack was like, y'all sitting up saying, he a rat or an informant, but he just dropped his nuts and went all the way to trial. The whole way. Like, you can line 10 more niggas up and probably 8 of them will tuck their tail and sign for whatever on the table. I went all the way. If I wanted the easy route, I could have testified against straight drop and went home.
But I thought you had a 10-year deal.
I could have did that and got probation.
How you get all these options?
I held my nuts and went to trial.
Hey, huge shout out to Everything 420.
How that
Thank
man?
you for always keeping us
Listen,
stocked.
how that man get all these options?
One name.
Govan had all these options. All these options.
Charlie, Baby P, I had to get back at you. I've been on tour for a minute. I just landed, just touched down. But I had to stop by and address your Say Cheese interview. You went on Say Cheese.
He want to go and Say Cheese now.
Because you wasn't aware that I'm not the regular, incompetent, alleged criminal that you think you be dealing with. You see that top page that you showed, that you said there was the doctor's paperwork, but you wouldn't go through the other pages? See, you didn't know that I had enough sense to know exactly where to go and get the actual documents in every page of it. And see, now we finna show the world that my name is nowhere in those actual documents.
I believe we have the opportunity to turn now to ABC 24's Kevin.
Love that.
Wait, y'all can't tell me this boy thorough.
Run me up, man.
Govan ain't thorough. Whatever happened to him? Shondell Burnett.
Everybody get here. Okay, so let's go again.
Whatever happened to Shondell Burnett?
Too deep for the South.
Quite high as shit.
Check out this junkie-ass pillhead failed blogger
This
and
nigga
an
is
informant
junkie.
overdosing on his live show, but talking about Stan G. Oh, Maine, here goes some meat and potatoes, Stan. Karma,
Look
a
at
bitch,
him.
laughing out loud. We ain't trying to see Stan fall asleep from drugs decades
Look at
ago
this bull.
when we have a fresh video of the pillhead informant overdosing on live, trying to hide it from his audience.
Look
After
at this,
calling
y'all.
out Stan. Night, night, junkie.
He's trying to record, so if something happened to him, this is what it is. Look at him. He ugly as shit. Look at this nigga. Look at this nigga go van. He's ugly as shit. This nigga overdosing on them pills he sell. I'm telling you, he's fucked up, y'all. Look at this nigga. Look at this nigga. He's still asleep though. Still asleep. Look at this boy. Share this shit. Share this shit. Share this shit, y'all. Look at him. It's been 2 hours. He sleep. He been asleep the whole time, y'all. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Somebody catch him. Ooh, wee. Ooh, wee. Ooh, wee. Look at this nigga. This nigga's a fiend. He's a fiend. That nigga's a fucking junkie. He's a junkie, y'all.
2017. Ben lined up and taught all the tricks of the trade.
He's a fucking junkie, y'all.
However, Rick Haley has said she was still in love with Justin Johnson, aka Straight Cop. This picture is from around the time, right before Howard started dating Rick Kayla. Rick Kayla knew the entire Trella Mafia squad through her boyfriend Justin. She was also very familiar with our dear Rathgoven. Howard was working very hard at the tax office and in the street, being a true provider and wanting to build the future with Rick Kayla. They had big plans together. Unfortunately for Howard, Rick Kayla had even bigger plans in secret, but with Justin Johnson instead of Howard. At the end of January of 2017, Straight Cop infamously shot at the bowling alley full of people, as most of you know it already. Let's take a closer look at his affidavit of complaint. In the last paragraph, the officer informs us that investigators have already reviewed footage and Straight Cop matched the description. Pay attention now. On February 2nd, which is the date of this affidavit, claims that investigators also learned that Rick Kayla Hunter was Justin Johnson's girlfriend who assisted him in leaving the scene. Wow. Hold on a second. I thought she was Howard's girlfriend since mid-2016? Well, I guess Rick Kayla was indeed playing Howard the entire time. She also snitched on Straight Cop that he was the shooter in the bowling alley, while claiming on her page years later that someone never rode for her. Wow. Who? Howard, who she was cheating on, or Justin, who she snitched on to the police? Under the pressure to provide for his daughters anything their heart desires, Howard was pushed into the deep waters. Now, there ain't nothing wrong with selling a little bit of cannabis. According to Shelby County Criminal Justice System, 7 days before Justin shoot up the bowling alley, Howard was arrested on small misdemeanors relevant to vehicle laws. Also, Howard was arrested on felony charge of cannabis possession with intent to distribute and sell. So as soon as Howard up, Rick Kayla goes straight to Straight Cop and riding around the town. Wow. As you can see on the picture, Howard was getting to the money. These type of vehicles usually do not come from 9 to 5 jobs. Howard has been recruited by somebody to join their crew and participate in the cannabis distribution pipeline. Howard was only good with cannabis since he was true good guy who never harmed anybody. He was never a robber or anything close to that. Therefore, eventually they took that as his weakness.
Found out who she was you know, I knew that that's when when I saw the pictures on her Facebook of him and her, the Justin Johnson dude, Facebook and all that. Then when we found out that my brother had let her use his vehicle, and one of a close friend of ours was actually going to visit someone, and a mix of them going down to visit who they were going to visit. That's when they end up seeing Kayla Hunter visiting Justin Johnson, aka Straight Drop.
Okay, so when your brother found out about your brother did find Kayla going to see Straight Drop?
That I don't know. I honestly can't. I believe he did. I can't just say 100%. And the reason I'm gonna say I just can't say 100% because if he did know Justin, or if he did know that he was going to see her, I don't think they probably would have still been together. I don't think if she did tell him, I don't think she betrayed it to him as if she was going to see her boyfriend or something. She probably told me her cousin or something, a family member or something. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because I can't just see her saying, well, this is my devil. See another dude I was messing with. I can't see that being said. But what I can see is her saying that it was a friend or a family member or however the situation was. Because, like I said, at that time, didn't one of us know about Justin Johnson or AKA Straight. Didn't nobody know nothing about him at that present moment of time.
Okay. All right. Did you all find out after your brother went missing that she was affiliated some type of way with Trula Mafia?
Yes, ma'am. Through Facebook.
Okay.
Through her Facebook posts and her messages. That's how we end up seeing her and Justin Johnson on there. Saw her and Justin Johnson on Facebook with some guns and pictures and stuff. And when she made the post of her missing my brother and all that, at the bottom of the Facebook where you can make a comment, Justin Johnson made a post with the laughing emojis with fire and with a car.
This is Buick. Buick. Exceptional by design.
Get 0.9% APR on these 2025 Buick models. Plus, current eligible non-GM owners get up to $3,000 allowance on Encore GX.
Sealy Posturepedic was engineered to provide individualized support and comfort that lasts night after night, so you can say goodnight to nagging headaches. Stop in and see the Sealy Posturepedic collection. Raymore and Flanagan. Convenient financing plans allow you to buy now and pay over time, so you can upgrade your mattress today at Raymore and Flanagan.
As if he had already knew what happened before it even came out. You see? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so when she said that she missed your brother, and of course,
yes, ma'am.
She could have been saying that, she had to say that.
To cover herself.
Absolutely,
yes,
cover herself. And so before it even came out that before your brother's car was ever even found, fired, Straight Drop posted fire in a car up under her post.
Yes, ma'am.
We have seen Rick Caleb and knew Justin over a year before Howard's disappearance. Rick Caleb been around other Trella Mafia members even a year before 2016. Even Paper Out Wu ran through Rick Caleb. We have also seen that Rick Caleb sure knows Hernandez Govin for a long time. The paperwork I found and connected to Howard's drug case is diabolical. As soon as Howard got picked up on weed, she was riding around with Justin, meaning she told Justin about the weed Howard had. We will see in a minute how also Justin and other Trellas and Memphis Cruise members knew very well how much weed was Howard getting, and from who. It hasn't been even 7 days and Rick Kayla was out on town being a co-conspirator with Justin and a getaway driver. That case right there proves she is down with Trella and Justin crimes. God knows how many other times Rick Kayla was down to ride. The question that needs to be answered in order to put this puzzle together is, was Howard still in custody on 31st of January? 7 days after his charges, did Howard know Rick Kayla was involved in a crime with Justin as soon as he got busted? I very much doubt so, or he would have been cut her off. Have you seen that nice whip? Rick Kayla was just counting his pockets. I wonder if that is the car Rick Kayla went to visit Justin in? Now, we are starting to build a timeline. We absolutely love timelines and chronological order of events which took place. That paints the full picture instead being all over the place. Mr. Barnett, can we please get exact date of your partner catching Rick Kayla over there visiting Justin at 201 Poplar? It has to be 2017 because the case before that Justin was handled in a juvenile court. So Howard got picked up on 24th of January, 2017. Justin's warrant for bowling alley shooting was issued on February the 2nd. Howard disappeared in July of 2017. We will see later, but Justin was sentenced early May 2017. That's why the date is very important. If I was going to make a guess, Howard could maybe even still be in custody while they did the bowling alley shooting. It really matters both when she visited Justin and which period Howard was outside for his charge, because my educated and lucky guess is after May of 2017, when Justin was sentenced and did his sentence in Shelby custody, not Tennessee Department of Corrections, as we found out through our research. She had to be over there seeing Justin weeks leading up to Howard's disappearance. Even though they were communicating on them phones, I believe, but are that smart and stupid at the same time to discuss plot during her visitation? Smart because there would be no digital footprint, but stupid because Shara Wright 2.0 for sure came to see him and got a message for other little trollas what to do to Howard. Well, what's for sure is that Rick Kayla had to visit Justin between February and July of 2017. After speaking to people who have been locked up, they told me the visitations were not recorded, and they could have formed plot against Howard right there. And then, of course, Rick Kayla told Justin about Howard going down with weed and how much more he got somewhere else. She talked to him about all the belongings, but Howard also had another item to Justin. That would be Rick Kayla. Justin was not even interested in materialistic part. He was hot because Howard had Rick Kayla. Howard and Justin, at some point very close to Howard's kidnapping, did get on the phone